Two people receive the same diagnosis, major depression. One cannot leave bed, barely eats and feels crushed by guilt. The other goes to work and answers messages, but feels no pleasure or emotional connection. Both start the same treatment. 6 weeks later, one improves. The other gets side effects and the same blankness. So maybe we keep searching for one cure to something that is not actually one single problem. Treatment sounds simple from the outside. Start medication. Begin therapy. Give it time. From the inside, give it time means inspecting yourself every morning for evidence that anything has changed. One better night raises hope. The next empty day removes it. Somebody else says the same medication gave them their life back. You are still counting weeks. Then comes another dose, therapist or approach, while you keep functioning well enough that nobody sees how absent you feel. After repeated failures, the question changes from, is this treatment wrong for me, to, what if I am the part that cannot be fixed? But failure may reveal the limits of the label, not the person. For the first person, depression is heavy and visible. Sleep takes over, appetite disappears, and every task feels physically impossible. For the second, life still moves on the outside. They turn up, reply, and smile when required, but nothing reaches them. Both can meet the same diagnosis, because depression is identified through a cluster of symptoms, not one identical experience. Hundreds of different combinations can qualify, so two people may share the label while sharing very little of the pattern. That matters because treatment is not acting on the word depression. It is acting on what is happening inside one person. The first may improve when sleep, energy, and movement return. The second may become less distressed, but still feel no pleasure, connection, or presence. The same label can hide different obstacles. So the same treatment can land differently. This does not mean treatment is useless or random. A treatment can help one part of depression without reaching the part causing the most damage. Medication might improve sleep and make basic tasks possible, while emotional numbness remains. Therapy might help someone who is withdrawn rebuild activity, while another person may begin functioning again and still feel emotionally numb. Sometimes another factor blocks improvement. Severe insomnia or chronic pain can keep dragging every gain backwards. After non-response, the clinician has to work out what the failure means. Was the treatment a poor match? Were the dominant symptoms misunderstood? Does the diagnosis need revisiting? Or did something else prevent improvement? It can feel like trial and error. More accurately, it is matching with incomplete information. There is another problem inside the word cure. What result counts? Clinical remission usually means symptoms have fallen below a defined threshold. That matters. But a lower score does not automatically mean a person feels recovered. Someone may return to work, sleep normally, and stop feeling actively desperate, yet still experience no pleasure or closeness. On paper, they are much better. In their own life, the part they miss most has not returned. And genuine recovery does not always mean depression can never return. Some people have one episode. Others relapse and need longer-term prevention. So cured can mean symptoms stopping, daily life returning, pleasure returning, or improvement lasting. Those outcomes overlap, but they are not identical. We have struggled to find one cure, partly because depression is not one clean target. It is a broad category containing different symptom patterns, contributing processes, and barriers to recovery. That does not make the diagnosis meaningless. It explains why progress often depends on becoming more precise. Which symptoms dominate? What may be maintaining them? What changed with treatment? And what did not? A failed treatment is still information. It may mean the approach was wrong, the dominant problem was misread, or the diagnosis needs another look. The next question should be, what was missed, not whether the person can be helped.